Yo, what up? What up? What up? It's JB the Cowboy fan. I'm back, y'all. Yeah, yeah. What's happening? Yeah, man. I want to go live, man, because a couple things, bro. I'm waiting for a few people to get up in here. And we start on that, but it was about the latest retirees, uh, Zack Martin and Tyron Smith. What up, K man? What it do, bro? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I just want to get into that, a little bit of what they've been saying. And I've been seeing these Dak fanboys, coming out with their videos talking about how Tyron Smith and Zack Martin was praising Dak Prescott. Bro. Yeah, man. This shit. I mean, it seems like they twist the narrative, bro, to fit. They twist it to fit their narrative, what they say. I'm like, but they been making videos with Cam Newton. But what gets me is they make videos of people like when Cam Newton called Dak Prescott a game manager. Hold on, man. Let me get into this. I'm gonna play this video, bro. Hold on.
Question though, does the best team always win the Super Bowl, or just like do you believe that?
The best team always win, not the best talent. 2015 was not talent, that was a team.
That's true.
See what I'm saying?
That's true.
And everybody looks at the roster like, how the hell was Cam able to manage Ted Ginn as his number one receiver? Like Ted Ginn was number one. He was good. Cole Cottry was good. Fallon was good. Yeah. Gregson was good. Yeah. A defense like Luke Kuechly, TD, like Peanut Tillman, Jared Allen, Star Lotulelei, Josh Norman. Like these guys were good. Like everybody knew their role. Cortland Finnegan, people forget about him.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's about the team, not about individuals. And what scares me the most, the 49ers, if Christian McCaffrey gets hurt, he has too much of him a part of that offense.
Yeah.
But the side too, if he's away from it's a different 49ers team. And I don't think that there's not a more valuable player in all of football than Christian McCaffrey. Think about it. You remove Jalen Hurts, Vickles. I still think they're able to win games.
Yeah.
No, even you would say Patrick Mahomes. They can still win games by a manager at the quarterback position.
Yeah.
Right? Tomorrow. You've been able to win Lamar.
Yeah.
Now, is it the same? Like
it's
my
point,
it's not the same type of win, but that team is built to.
You can still muster up and win.
Still find a way to win. Yeah. Cowboys could do that. All those teams, to my point, does not have one player that completes them, except for one team. And that's the 49ers. So, to end this session, to win, the MVP is Christian McCaffrey. But in any type of award, when you talk about the Heisman Trophy, when you Player of the Year, when you're talking about MVP, there has to be a game where you literally put the whole team on your back, though. Christian McCaffrey does that so well, so often, that his great. Now, my underdog to win.
Hold up at one time. Hold up. He said, what is
all those teams, to
Hold up.
my point, does not have one player that completes them except for one team, and that's the 49ers. So, to end this discussion this way, there's not a player in all of football that means more to his team than Christian McCaffrey. My favorite to win the MVP is Christian McCaffrey. But in any type of award, when you talk about the Heisman Trophy, when you're talking about the Maxwell Award, when you're talking about Offensive Player of the Year, when you're talking about MVP, there has to be a game where you literally put the whole team on your back, though.
Right. See, that's what I'm talking about. Huh? It's literally a game. It's a time where you have to put the team on your back and carry them. Dak Prescott don't do that. But yet, you got the fanboys making videos of Cam coming. I don't know when he came out, said it maybe a couple of days ago. He started naming all these quarterbacks that, possibly didn't do nothing. They were still good, but they ain't win the Super Bowl. So you got the fanboys now. They talking about what Cam Newton said, but they clearly forget they was hating on Cam when he called Dak a game manager. Oh, shit. Hold on, let me get to see your comments. All right, it was the real fan. What's up, real fan? What's going on with you, bro? I'm amazed how many football fans are afraid of getting rid of slightly above average QB because they're afraid they can't get someone better. They fear that fear keeps them from greatness. Exactly. Yep. I don't know why they think the end all and be all is with Dak Prescott, man. I don't get that. I don't get it. Okay, man, why does Cam Newton still talk? He was too afraid to jump on that fumble. Yeah. But my point with Cam, man, that's my thing though. Okay, man, because with the Dak fanboy slurpees, they will criticize somebody and say they ain't shit if they say something about Dak that they don't like. But soon as somebody says, like the same person that discredited Dak, if they say anything in semblance in a good light to Dak, they gonna post them up. They gonna make videos about it. It just sounds too hypocritical to me, man. I don't get that shit. Real fast. Yesterday, a Dak fanboy YouTuber said he wants skill position because they can overcome a bad O-line. Yeah, years ago he said a great O-line makes the teams better. Man, I don't get it, bro. The delusion into protecting Dak makes them say shit like that. I don't understand. They can say some shit that you don't even, you know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Yeah, I got you, K, man. Yeah, I got you. Real thing. Yesterday he said O-line is useless if there isn't great skill position players. That's backwards though, because you got to build in the trenches. You got to start inside out. Devil Dog, what's up? I appreciate y'all for getting up in here, man. Yes, sir. Fisher Music. Yo, JB, what up? Let's go, Cowboys. Damn right. Let's go. Yes, sir. Okay, man, when Dak signed his first extension, I said, why are you going to pay him $40 million a year when he can't carry a team? I was told it's the market, and here we are. Exactly. And see, my point, K, man, like I was saying, Cam Newton just said that at some point you're going to have to carry the team. At some point you're going to have to carry the team, bro. Fisher Music, JB, Dak needs elite QBs made a perfect scenario. Okay, man. If your online is Swiss cheese, it doesn't matter what skill position players you have. Your QB will be on his butt. Exactly. Facts. My bad, y'all. I got a text and shit. Okay. Danny Savage. What's up, Danny? Drive Guru. Boy, what's going on with you, man? Zach only starts 1 year on Great Wall of Dallas, 1992, over John Gzak. Danny Savage. Dak can't carry a jockstrap, dude. Need to get knocked out for a tattoo. Yeah, he had to go to sleep. He had to go to sleep, goddamn. I'm gonna get back to some of that video where hold up, let me get this one. Cam Newton.
Christian McCaffrey does that so well, so often that we can take his greatness for granted. Now, my underdog to win the MVP, it's easy to say CJ Stroud, but he's stamped right now. Yeah, Lamar Jackson, obviously Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy, but Brock, they're not winning because of him.
He's not turning the ball over.
He's managing the game. And if we were to put that in its own right as game managers, this may ruffle a lot of feathers, but it's honest. Brock Purdy, Tua Tagovailoa, Jared Goff, and really Dak Prescott. These are game managers. They're not difference makers. Christian McCaffrey, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, they're impacting this game in only way that they know how. So,
bro, I don't know how much more you got to say about that, but my thing, man, is the fact that you know how these Dak fanboy slurpees be. We ain't had no weapons. We ain't never had no team. You know what I'm saying? When we say that quarterback got to step up because he's at the most important position on the team. He's getting paid the highest to do it at that position. The responsibility is on him when it comes down to it. And that's what they don't agree with. Or they get mad about it. Say he ain't never had this, he ain't never had that. You know what I'm saying? More excuses. Shit. That's all it is with me. Let's get into this. I'm gonna get into this Zack Martin video. When he was up there with bye. Let me see. We got Chris Long and Zack Martin. Let me get this up there right the way I want it, bro. There we go. Hold up.
That and remember that. My other two are obviously a little bit younger. So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to spending time with them, but I'm not sure how much they'll remember of this.
He said in the article,
y'all hear that?
Yeah.
But he was like he was calling you on it when you got.
Dude, we played Detroit this year. It was when Detroit was. I mean, Hutchinson got hurt in that game, so they were at like full power when we played them, and they just kicked the shit out of us.
Yeah,
up front, really. And I was like, last couple of years, like after a lot, you know how it is. Like after a loss, you a day or something, then you kind of the next week for whatever reason that like stuck in the dump. And he was letting me have it.
That's good to have somebody that can give you some shit and truth. Well, like was that kind of at that point, say you had a game like that, had you kind of planned this out, or like when did you know it was time? Because I feel like everybody knows whether they say it outright or not, like you have a feeling, or maybe it was cumulative over the past couple years.
Well, I had thought about it last year a little bit, which I feel like once you kind of start thinking about it, it's hard to really flip the script. But then I was kind of like, man, I got one more year. Like we should be pretty coming back. I'm going to give it one more. I'm going to finish on my tongue. So I had to go this year, probably the last one. And then I knew that like it'd be tough through another season. That would probably be it. So, I played 10 games. I missed I had ankle surgery, but I knew it was time, man. Physically, I was
this year, but like when you talked about it over the last like 3 years, like what being a human is actually, and aging a little, being like, man, this actually getting. What were the things that were for you, and how were you adjusting your image to?
I think, well, as far as like, we had such a tight group in Dallas my first like 6 or 7 years, like a bunch of core guys that, and it was like there was like a 3-year stretch where like, say I had 6 or 7 of my guys on the team. After that 3-year stretch, everyone was gone. Everyone was gone. It was just kind of getting used to, you know, I'm the old guy. I'm the guy we're into, but it's kind of trying to find a way to dive back into the team. You know what I mean? Because I was so into it my first 6 or 7 years. Like that's all I did. It was football and just the group we had in Dallas. Like we just had a great nucleus there. That was tough, like having my buddies leave and kind of restart the young, which, you know, I did, and they're great guys and I love them and great takes, but those guys you're with for like 4 or 5 years, it's tough to replicate that throughout your whole career.
Well, it's funny because like when I was old and I was in Philly, like little brother, and he used to be like, you know, call me old and all this shit, and then he texted me a year or two ago. I was like, I see what you mean, man. He's like,
it's just
they're all gone. Like, I love the new guys, but they're like the guys I came up with.
The guys you're spending time with, you know, their families, wives, their kids, and just like the people you really grew up in the league. So that was, I think, being like a few years, we had that could make a run and.
That's what I'm talking about. What that man say? Now, if they can't, if the Dak fanboys can't get the respect of what Zack Martin saying, he was on the offensive line. He was on the team playing with the teams every day. So he knows what type of teams we had that we could have did something with to succeed. Or he possibly going to the NFC Championship or winning the Super Bowl. So I want to see or hear them talk about what Zack Martin talking about. Don't they hold Zack Martin to a high standard? Some of them was calling him a leader. So they all Pro Bowls. He couldn't get to the Super Bowl because of the damn quarterback. Like, come on, bro. Zack Martin saying this, but they're saying Dak need this, Dak need that. He never had a good team. He never had a great team. Are you kidding me? Go back up here. I miss some of y'all comments, man. What we got? Danny Savage, Genty not a 3-down back. Please stop. Talk to y'all. Must be going at it in the chat. My bad. Okay, man. There's nothing wrong with being a game manager. Just play to your strengths. I actually agree with Cam Newton, but I just don't think he has much room to run his mouth. Yeah, in a sense, yeah. Well, I'm just goddamn showing on the hypocritical side of how these Dak fanboys will dog Cam Newton for saying one thing, but then lift him up for saying something else. That's crazy to me. The real fan, I wouldn't give Brock Purdy a top contract. I sit him and start Mac Jones. You think Mac Jones better than Brock Purdy? He might be. He look. Seeing to me, they're on the same level. I don't know, but you might be right. You might be, because I pick Mac Jones over Dak. Danny Savage, the draft guru. Last 20 years, round 2, only Tank, Diggs, Sean Lee, Dallas Hobart round 2. Yeah, you got a point there. Yeah, you got a point, man. Y'all need to check out Danny Savage Guru's channel, man. Man, he be on it with that drive, bro. He gonna give you some players to look at. You consistent with that shit. Okay, man, Dak thinks he's the best to ever touch a football. His slurpees are the same. Yep. Delusional. Fucking delusional. DC Big Osa. Yahweh, what's happening? What up, JB? Man, we are still talking Dak. Zack Martin said that. He said, bro, a dude who's been in the huddle with this guy. Are you going to listen to the G or Zack Martin? Right. Right, you gonna listen to the G or you gonna listen to who's been in the huddle? That's my point, DC. This man is on a first-hand experience. Are you kidding me? He getting it firsthand. And if he said we had good enough teams, matter of fact,
and have a chance at it. And when those couple years slip away and then you see things start to change and you're like, damn, did I miss my window when I was there? And
Right.
I thought I'd give it one more go, and then obviously this season didn't go as planned, and it was just time, dude. It's like people say like you'll know when you're done, and I knew 100% I was done.
That's 100% true.
Okay, hold up.
Division, I kind of hated them. Who did you hate the most
Here we
in your
go.
division? Did you hate the Eagles? Like,
Philly by far.
so
Not
it's
even
not even
close.
close.
Not even close. Not even
What
close.
do you hate
And I
about
think
the Eagles? Because there's a lot of Eagles fans listening because it's kind of a Philly fan. Like tell them what you hate about them if you can.
Dude, I hate them by far, like my least favorite team, but like I also loved playing Philly. I loved playing in Philly. It's my favorite away stadium by far, not even close. Great grass, and we play there Sunday night. Every time we played there, it was a Sunday night or it was the prime time afternoon game. So like it was always great in Dallas. Like that was by far our biggest rivalry. Like, I would say majority of the time we beat Washington in New York over the last 10 years. Where Philly, it was always like, who's after Philly? What pisses me off about Philly, honestly, is like they have two Super Bowls since I've been playing it. And I'm like, dude, we've been as good, if not as, like, that's what bugs me. It's like they found a way to put it together and get out of life.
Listen, like, you just said good. We call it.
Bro, he said we had enough. And what we do? Sit down our legs, bro. We said we had teams just as good as the Eagles or even better. Man, come on. Devil Dog, the highest paid is usually the best player on the team in team case. Facts. Okay, man, if you're a top paid QB in the NFL, you can't have a number one in every position. Sadly, that's what they see. How come he's the reason the Cowboys win, but never the reason they lose? Facts. The real fan. I heard something crazy. If Ashton Genty gets past Raiders, they should package a first and second to trade up for Genty. I said it would be a waste since there are many players. Man, yeah, that was insane. Who the fuck said that? That shit is insane. That YouTuber said he was okay with since they are bad and second. Man, that's dumb as fuck. I wouldn't even discuss that with that guy. Devil Dog, he can't elevate shit other than his bank account. Yeah, he good at robbing Jerry Jones without a mask. Shit, he robbed Jerry without a mask twice, goddammit. Official famous music. No matter who Dak gets, they will be seen as washed because no one can make dude elite. No coach, no personnel, and that's basically what they complain about. Not having the coaches, having the personnel, which is a lie because Zack Martin confirmed it. I want to see them go at Zack Martin. That's what I want to see because he was there. He was in the trenches. He know what time it is. He been, man, you can't get no more to being on the offensive line and knowing what your team was capable of. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? Cowboy Brown, what's happening? What's going on with you, bro? There is no guarantee Dak will win a Super Bowl, even if he has the best player in the NFL at every other position on his team. Dak is way past his prime. And Zack Martin said that team, the few years we had, and I bet you he was speaking about 2021, 22, 2023, and possibly like 2019. He know what we had on there. He said we had a squad. And when you know you play sports and you know when you had a squad and you didn't get it done, that's probably why the locker room like at each other about shit. That's probably why goddamn CD be going at it with Dak in these playoff games. It seems like every time we get into it's been since the Niners, both of the Niners game and the Green Bay game. Before the game, they CD and them, they just argue. It's like, I don't know what the fuck. Because they know what time it is, man. Dude be folding. DC Big Osa. Dak Prescott is not a force multiplier. He doesn't make people around better. They make him better, right? That's why he needs so much. That's why he needs so much, bro. And you can't have everything perfect, needing so much when you getting paid the highest. Hell, you getting paid the highest player in the NFL and at the position and on your team. God damn. Too much is given, much is required, bro. You got to step the fuck up. Devil Dog, scary ass Dak won't win shit besides a participation trophy. Yo, I seen something on Facebook. Basically, they said some shit like that. At least he showed up for his team and made an appearance. He should get a trophy. Like, what? What? That's what we have done this shit down to, participation trophies? The expectations is low as fuck. Cowboy Brown, Cam Newton drug his team to a Super Bowl in 2016. Cam is much better than that. Yeah. Shit. Because Dak has had way more weapons than Cam Newton. 805 Vaughn, what's happening? What it do, bro? The Slurpees are running wild, bro. They sure hell is, man. They sure hell is. The Dakaronis are taking what Zach said about coaching, but we know he means Dak's play. Yeah. Because your boy, the G, I think he made a video about Zack Martin retiring. And Zack Martin named like 8 or 9 players before he got to Dak. And then he come back, oh yeah, you see how glowingly Zack Martin puts his quarterback? You see how glowing and the highlight he praises Dak Prescott about being his quarterback? All he said was thank Dak Prescott for being my quarterback. Hold up. Okay. That's all he said. Oh. Okay, man. What makes up a Dak Slurpee? Milk and some BS with a little gaslighting that doesn't sound appetizing. Yup, you hit it on the head, bro. Hell yeah, okay, man. Yup. Official famous music. That's a fuck up and a choker. So you can't be a game manager or an average QB when you're both at the same damn time. I just don't understand why they don't see that shit, man. He's been bottom line, common denominator to our failures in the playoffs. I just want to see, man. What better source can you get than Zack Martin, bro, on the team? What better source can you get to tell you that we should have won the Super Bowl with those teams we had? But yet you got these Dak fanboy Slurpees blaming everybody else but him. But Zack Martin said, no, bro. We should have won a Super Bowl, at least one during that tenure. We should have at least won one Super Bowl. We had the teams to do it. We had the players to do it. So that goes back to the hate on Jerry Jones. If Zack Martin said we had the teams, then Jerry Jones was doing his job. So what's the hate on Jerry Jones from these Dak fanboys? They blaming him on a boycott him? Because what Zack Martin said, we had teams capable, just like the Eagles or even better, to win a Super Bowl. Should have probably won multiple, but at least one. I want to see him argue with that. DC Big O, so you heard what Zach said, so I don't want to hear that Dak ain't had this or that. Damn right. Damn right. Real fans. Some say 1990s Jimmy Johnson would have made a Dak-led Cowboys team into a Super Bowl championship. I doubt it since players have quit at times. Plus, do you think Jimmy would put up with? No, he would have got Dak out of there, bro. He already said he wouldn't have re-signed him to this contract he just got. He said that shit. So if he been playing like that under Jimmy Johnson, man, that dude would have been gone, bro. Ain't no way Jimmy Johnson would have put up with that shit. Come on. Hell, fuck no. 805 on those plays that Jalen made, Dak ain't making. He crumbles, bro. Yes, sir. And that's the point. And Cam Newton said that at some point, at one time, the best player on your team is going to have to step up and carry your team. They say Dak is the best player. He's the quarterback of the team. He's the leader. At some point, he's going to have to carry the team. That's just bottom line. Drew, what up, JB? What up, Drew? Glad you're speaking on this, bro. Set up all the digression. Yeah, send me that shit, bro. I had to go check it out, man. Because if they can't take Zack Martin word for it, they ain't real Cowboy fans. Nope. They Dak Slurpee fans. That's what they are. DC Big Osa. After you played that Zack Martin video for the first time, I asked a few Dak Slurpees to rebuke Zack Martin. All I heard was motherfucking crickets. I know, man. They ain't gonna be able to go. How they gonna go against what Zack Martin said, bro? Ain't no way. It's just gonna be excuses for that. See? And at the same time, they praising Zach and Tyron Smith for mentioning Dak's name in their retirement, press conferences. See, they're making mad videos about that. The real fan. I hear coaching matter. What about players? McCarthy, Moore, and Quinn at least got to a Super Bowl with other teams, not the Cowboys. I tell them coaching can only do so much. I think I said something about this on my other live. Like, you can have a great coach, but if you don't have the quarterback to match with that coach constantly got down shit for quarterback. It don't matter what type of coach you got. It got to click quarterback. It has to click with the quarterback. It's like the point guard with the coach in basketball. The point guard that's playing got to match his mentality with the coach when he's trying to get him to see how to run that team. And when that point guard match and take what that coach is trying to get him to see, the coach can't play. Basically, that point guard got to take the mind of that coach and play the game at the point guard position. If the quarterback can't get it mentally, it don't matter what the fuck coach you got. Shit, that's why Dak has been through so many coaches. Y'all got your own thing on. Go ahead. The real fan. I also hear that the Joneses get blamed for failing Dak. They can bring in talent, but it's up to them to play well and not quit. That can't be put on the Joneses. Yeah, that's my gripe too, man. That's another low-hanging fruit with the Joneses that they put the Dak failures on. They put the failures on the coaches, the GM, the owner. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Zack Martin, he debunks that. Because he said he's so fucking disappointed that we didn't get there because he knew deep down we had the players. We had those teams to do it. But we know what happens in the playoff. That 2-5 record come in from down stat pad Prescott. He said we had the players. We had the teams. He's so fucking disappointed that we didn't do it. That's what he's saying. He was so disgusted by not getting there because we had the teams to do it. Come on, bro. DC Big Oso, you can literally make up a Dak low-light round of all of his fuck-ups. Bro. I think I made a couple videos showing him down interceptions he's been throwing in the playoffs. Okay, man, even though their Slurpees are high-protein Slurpees. Oh, shit. The real fact, years ago, a friend who only watches basketball told me he would keep firing coaches, even the best ones, until one gets through the Dak. It's been 4 coaches now. Man, come on now. That's like a woman saying that all these men are bad, but they keep having babies by them. There's no good men, but you keep having babies by them. Stop. Shit. Drew 912, what it do? Hey, I am with you. These Dak fanboys are delusional. Jimmy Johnson would have told Dak, hit the road. Yes, sir. He wouldn't have put up with that poor play at that position. Are you kidding me? Okay, man, remember when Trayvon Diggs called Prescott? Yeah. They said it was just chattering between players. I think that came from his soul. He truly thinks Dak is a biatch. Yeah, it did come from his soul, bro. It did. I at that time I tried to make excuses for it. I ain't gonna lie. But the more I looked at it, the more I, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, that was a little bit more than just, because that's your quarterback. You're supposed to, have mad respect. It's like the pitcher on your team. You play baseball, the pitcher, he controls the game. So if you got players, like, what if he's going what if the catcher said that shit? Like, come on. Oh, shit. Hold on. I think I skipped some of y'all comments. My bad. I like to read the comments, man, because I like to get y'all feedback too, man, because it's like everybody got a different look at it, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all be cracking me up too. Cowboy Brown, the Jones boys should get blamed for giving Dak 2 new NFL record-breaking quarterback contracts in a row. This is NFL general manager incompetence at its finest. At its finest, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Devil dog. We won't win shit till he's gone for good. Yeah, man. But they scared. They scared of who we gonna get. Who's gonna do it, that man? But he ain't did shit. So I always want to bring up his stats. His stats don't win championships, bro. They want to lose pretty. Fuck them stats. I don't want to lose pretty. I want to win. I don't give a fuck if it's ugly as hell. I want the W. Because that's what matters. Yep. 110 total turnovers in County. Shit, man. Are you kidding me? The real fan, Cowboy Brown, they could have drafted Hurts, Fields, or Mac Jones instead of giving Dak that first big contract. They could have started Trey and said Dak last. Yeah. Now that's some shit right there. I do blame on the Joseph. Those decisions like that. Like why not? Oh, I said this so many times. Oh my goodness. Oh. That was the perfect time to put Trey Lance in when Dak Prescott got hurt for them 8 games. Hold up, I ain't finished it. Hold up. That was the perfect time. Shit. The real fan. Oh, my bad. Yo, I did that one already. I read that one already. Look, my bad, y'all. Let me go back. All right. 805 on. Before Zach said all the service. What I do? Okay. Before Zach said that all the Slurpee saying he's a Hall of Famer and he wouldn't get him a ring. Now they mad, hating saying he needed to retire. That's how they do, bro. They be switching up so much, man. That's why I don't understand it. I don't get it, bro. Okay, man. Cowboys have had many different coaches on both sides of the ball. Most of the players have left and succeeded elsewhere. Dak is the constant. At some point, it's on him. I totally agree. The Dak fanboys would rather lose with Dak than win with another quarterback. Yeah, man. It's like, but that's what I don't get. They so stuck on this guy, like we've been to an NFC Championship game before or something. I can understand that we've been to at least an NFC Championship game. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't win. We went to the third round. Then we get to the championship, possibly even win. You know, if we did that a couple times, I might be like, oh, let's give this guy a chance, bro. We've been there. Maybe, you know, we need to tweak some couple things or whatever. Nah, bro. Nah. Okay, man, when Romo was here, every loss was on Romo. They said Romo sucked. That is never blamed for losses. And these Slurpees like to say that Dak is better than Romo. Get out of here. It'll 5 on. Before Zach said that, oh yeah, I read that. My bad. I jumped. My bad. The real fan, they give Brian Schottenheimer credit for getting Jets to AFC Championship game 2009, 2010, but it was the defense. He was like, whatever. That's what I don't know why they lifted this guy Schottenheimer up, because I don't know what he was a defense assistant, and then he was the offensive coordinator, but he never called plays. He never, because what I thought when he came from running the ball pedigree from his dad. So he had no influence on the running game the 2 years he was here on offensive coordinator. So I'm kind of confused as to what's his impact going to be as a head coach when he couldn't even get the simplest thing as running the ball into the into our offense, prioritizing it. Real fan, I gave these stats to prove I'm not lying. 2009 first defense, 17 defense, 2010, 6 defense, 13. I believe you, bro. I know you know what you was talking about. Okay, man, it's Tebow time in Dallas. That man had a winning record and got run out the league. He wasn't the best QB, but he won ugly. That's what it was. They ran his ass out. They need to run Dak ass out the league. He's just stealing. But that's on Jerry Jones right there. That's on Jerry Jones, man. Signing that dude to that contract and not playing Trey Lance and see what we got. That was a wasted 4th round pick. I mean, he didn't even see what Trey Lance really could do playing with some starters, at least, a couple ones and twos, or you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, he had 8 games. He could have really did some evaluation even going into the draft. He could have planted the seed by doing. He really could have planted the seed by letting Dak play the shit out before he waited till we played the Browns the day of the fucking game. So he could have planted the seed how good our team could have been for the future. Then he had another chance to do it when Dak went down. He could have played Trey Lance. Because he ended up goddamn shitting on Cooper Rush, so he couldn't get that bonus. So, dude, why the fuck you just didn't play Trey Lance the rest of the season to see what we had? DC Big O's. All right, JB, I'm out. It's family time. And so all you Dak slurpees who are 10 toes down for a quarterback with a losing record against teams over 500, go touch grass. I'm out. All right, DC Big O's. Appreciate you stopping through, bro. Yes, sir. Okay, man, the real fan. These people don't know football. Romo was a Hall of Fame player that never had a team around him until Dak Prescott took over. Yeah, I could say Dak has had better teams than Romo. I can honestly say that. He's had better teams than Romo. Sleepy Joe, what's happening? What it do, bro? When was the last time we drafted a QB in the first round? 36 years ago, if my math is correct, Sleepy Joe. Troy Aikman. I think it was about 36 years ago. Somewhere around there. I think that's a problem, too. That's on the front office, too. See, my thing is with the front office in this battle with these Dak Slurpees trying to blame it on Jerry Jones being the general manager and all this, and he don't do nothing to get teams or players to put on the team, is that the fact that going back to what Zack Martin said, we had the players, we had the teams, but at sometimes I do put some blame on Jerry Jones because the timing of the decisions that he makes. Like, man, dude, come on, man. But ultimately, I still get a blame on the leader of the team, which is the quarterback, which is Dak Prescott. Okay, man, Sleepy Joe, I think it was Aikman. Yeah, it was Aikman. Yep. Yep. Okay, all right, my bad. It's cool. Yep. Yep, you right, Double Dog. You drive the real QB. Yep. Drew. JB, respect. Bro, some of these guys are Dak fans, not Cowboy fans. This is coming from an Eagles fan. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Double Dog, absolutely, Sleepy Joe. Hey, hold up, y'all. I got to check something real quick. Hold up. I'm done. I'll come in here. Okay, this sounds for me. Let me finish. I'll get it. My bad, y'all. They having a little Easter egg hunt in the neighborhood. And kids, I want to go to the Easter egg hunt. Yeah, we're gonna go in a minute. Don't worry about it. Yeah. The Devil Dog. Dak's made his money. He doesn't care about winning now. In his eyes, he's already won. Yeah. That's why he said you can jump off the bandwagon if you want to. That's why he said we suck. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said we suck. The real fan, their excuse for Dak not getting it done was he didn't have the better or the best team. Salary cap prevents teams from having superstars at every position. But that's what they goddamn want. But Zack Martin debunks that. Zack Martin said we had them teams. We had the players. Just didn't get it done. Okay, man, I have $100 million budget for a job. I'm going to pay a worker $60 million. That person better be busting his butt and the best employee to exactly. If I'm going to pay you the highest to do the job, then you have to bring out more than everybody else. And I don't understand why they don't value the QB position as the most important position that you carry the most responsibility. As the quarterback, you carry the most responsibility. Win or lose, you carry that. Then you're getting paid the highest player in the league, then the highest player at the position. Like, goddamn. Devil Dog, what's the old saying? You get what you pay for. Exactly. You get what you pay for, bro. Eagles had Wentz and Peterson. They weren't afraid of purgatory when they let both of them go. And goddamn, Peterson won a Super Bowl and they let him go. Eagles were better for letting them both go. Yeah. Yeah. They won goddamn another Super Bowl. They was better in the playoffs a lot more. Okay, man, go back to my comment. Dak fell upwards. My bad, okay, man. Robert Parrish, yo, what it do, JB? Shit, you know what it do, bro. What's happening? You know what it do? It's Robert Parrish, Boomer Sooner. Oh, y'all talking about something else. But yeah, man. Shit. If they can't see or hear what Zack Martin is saying about what the teams we had, yo, man, it's proven. It's already proven that they fans of Dak and not the team, and that's a waste. That's just a waste, bro. What does that say about what they really talking about? And that's probably why we keep fucking losing. Why they can't be real with themselves and see what's going on, the common denominator, what's going on with our team, man. Because with better quarterback play, we in the NFC Championship with the teams we had. We in the Super Bowl. Are you kidding me? Like they say, Dak got to have the number ones at every position, but that's not going to get it, man. So we can't have no injuries. Can't have no injuries. But this football and every team has injuries. Ain't no way you can have a clean team. I mean, every season, bro. How you going to play? I just don't understand that shit, bro. Real fan, what was the craziest thing you heard about Dak? Mine is hearing them say Dak is better than Troy Aikman and Roger Staubach. Yeah, I've heard that bullshit too. But all they trying to do is put up stats when Dak has played in the worst division in his career, but basically his whole career. Dak caught the NFC East when it was doo-doo. And he padded a damn majority of his stats in that division. That was a different time then. There was more running the ball back then. Dak in a passing league, padding his stats against weak defenses. Are you kidding me? Please. 30 years of mediocrity. Yep. And a lot of that got to do with, I think, Devil Dog is quarterback play. Because at Detroit Aikman, we won those Super Bowls. We haven't drafted a number one quarterback. Well, we haven't drafted a quarterback in the first round. You know, regardless of being drafted number one, but it's in the first round, period. We hadn't valued the quarterback position since Troy Aikman. I think that's hurting us right now. Okay, man. Dak is the definition of failing upwards. He took over when Romo got hurt, and they finally put a team around him. He has done nothing and broke the record for contracts twice, right? Exactly. He's wasted so much talent. The Cowboys had so much talent around this guy. He's wasted. He shitted the bed with all this talent we had. Nah, man. That shit pisses me off, bro. Robert Parrish. JB, why would Jerry bring a wrestling championship belt to a prospect meeting instead of the Lombardi? What did he do? I missed that one, Robert Parrish. I missed that one, bro. The real fan. That YouTuber's reasoning for pretty much ignoring O-line is Dak is great under pressure. Even if it's true, a great O-line ups team's chances of winning. Look at what happened with Andrew Luck in Indy. Yeah, man, he had to retire. Andrew Luck had to retire. He was getting his ass toe up. Dak ain't great under pressure, though. He's not great under pressure. We've seen it time and time again. I mean, that's obvious. He's not great under pressure, and from what I see, okay, man, that's not even better than Kyle Orton. Damn. Kyle Orton? God damn. Oh, shit. Kyle Orton. Boy. Yeah, because I'm going to say, I'm just saying, Dak has had more weapons around him. He's had better teams. Dak has had better teams than Romo. And shit, you could basically go back to any quarterbacks before then. Even though at one point we had 13 Pro Bowlers when Romo was playing, but you want to talk about overall? Overall, Dak has been the quarterback that's had way more talent than all the other quarterbacks except for Aikman. Going back to Aikman. He's had the better teams than all the other quarterbacks. Real fan. When I said Dak had talent in 2016, the excuse is those Tony Romo's weapons, not Dak. No one cares whose weapons they are. They need to make it work. Damn right. Okay, man, Dak is great under pressure. Did a cornerback say that? It would make sense that way. I don't believe, man, Dak has shown me he is not great under pressure. I don't know where that's coming from. Because in that 22 49ers playoff game, it was like 2 minutes going into halftime. We was in the red zone. It was 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And then it was a pass play, but the damn line, the shit opened up so wide, all Dak had to do was run. Tuck that bitch down and take off run. All we needed was 2 yards for a first down. He throws an interception. So if you think under pressure, you know what's going on in game time. You understand field position, time on the clock, and what you're doing. You would already prepared. This pass play ain't working. If something pops over, I'm probably gonna take off. All you need is 2 yards. It would have been a first down. Pressure is privilege, is what Dak says, but goddamn, he so folded under the pressure then. Come on, man. No, I ain't trying to hear that. Robert Parrish, Dak and his fanboys has gotten a coach and 3 coordinators fired. Man, they ain't got players fired. Why Dez wasn't there? Amari Cooper was gone. All that, man. Cole Beasley, man. Come on, bro. It's the same story with this guy. Tim Sampson. What's happening, Tim? Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for stopping through, man. Speaking facts, I think Trey Lance would have been successful in the offense if you gave him 9 seasons, 9 seasons in a weapon. Dak have any trade would be better. That's what I was saying. He needed to at least start with the number ones. He playing the preseason with 3rd string, 4th string, 5th string motherfuckers just trying to make the team. They want to put that game when he threw the 5 picks. Shit, Romo threw 5 picks in a real game. But we never really got to see Trey Lance, man. And if I think he would have got, that's another mistake I look at Jerry Jones in that front office. They could have easily put Trey Lance in there, man. We weren't going to want to, I like Cooper Rush, but I still think what we had, we weren't going to the playoffs and going, you know what I'm saying? So, shit, put Trey Lance in there, and if he get hurt, then bring Cooper Rush in there. Shit, that's what you do. Okay, man, Dak been saying, yeah, here we go, to the defense. To the damn defense, the real fan. I would have put Trey Lance in from game one and not gave Dak that huge contract. Hey, man, I was saying that myself. Or just don't sign into the contract and let him play the season out. That's what I was thinking. But definitely when Dak got hurt, that was the time. It wouldn't have, I don't think it wouldn't even been no uproar. I kind of think what Jerry Jones was doing, he had a veteran with Cooper Rush who's won games, and I think he kind of thought we still could possibly make the playoffs. But no, that wouldn't have been because it was a possibility. It wasn't something you could still say, oh shit, well, Cooper Rush, we still can make the playoffs. We still got some. Nah. Even though I like Cooper Rush, but still, I still don't think we would have made the playoffs. So put Trey Lance in. You gave up a fourth rounder. See what he can do. You will get a lot of information and a lot of direction to where you could go in the draft or in free agency. Shit, at that time. Okay, man, can Dak run 3? Johnny Mac. What happened, Johnny Mac? I can't watch Dak anymore. It's been a long 9 years. And possibly another 4, Johnny Mac. Possibly another 4. Shit is sickening. This shit is sickening. Drew 912. Dak is the problem, but what really is insane is that angry Cowboys fan claim he played football but act like the quarterback. Right, isn't to win because that's what I'm saying. And then I made a comment on one of his videos, and he straight up asked me, have you even played football? Like, cause if I did or did not play football or sports, because I'm criticizing Dak, it's not valid. Because I didn't possibly play. I played all 3 sports, bro, but that's not the point, bro. It's people that damn get paid millions of dollars that ain't played now sports, ain't played none of the games. And they still got opinions, and they getting paid millions for that. So that's just another, to me, a straw man argument to, you know what I'm saying, just to try to say that, Dak, like, man, that's bullshit, bro. And he, like, that video I made, it says it's up now. Y'all probably done seen it, man. Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup was made by the Cowboys. Bro, that dude said that shit right there. Come on, man. G Blank, the real fan. G blamed one of Dak's interceptions in 2022 playoff game against the 49ers because they ran an out route on 2nd and 2. What he blamed it on the defense? Shit, the defense picked it up, but shit, Dak threw the shit. I mean, he shouldn't have thrown the shit. That's what we're talking about being under pressure. He should have never threw the shit. Romo threw 5 picks in the rim game. He still won. Don't forget. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, man. So why shit on Trey Lance in the preseason game when the man been out a whole fucking year due to injury and shit? Even with goddamn 49ers, he only played I think 5 or 6 games. The 2 years he was there? Like, shit, he ain't really had no real time. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had no real time to grow. Johnny Mac. Some of these content creators rather watch Dak every Sunday and lose than actually win the Super Bowl without Dak. Yep. Slurpees be slurping him, bro. They be slurping that dude, bro. Oh, that's sickening. Okay, man, why do players for the Cowboys play so bad until it's contract year? Then they ball out. They know Jerry doesn't look past year one on contract talk. Yeah, it do seem like a pattern with that shit, K, man. It does seem like a pattern with that shit. I agree. The real fans do not want to. When Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn got their teams to the NFC Championship game last season, they should have been the time to see Dak as a problem. George Boney. What up, Joe? We got a San Fran fan. What up in here? Much respect to the San Francisco 49ers. I got a lot of y'all on my subscribe to my channel, bro. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. The way that contract set up, the cap hit is too big. So y'all gonna have restructured the contract again. Yeah, they're gonna have to do it again and give him more money. So it's gonna be more than 4 years. I think in one of those 2 years, George, they're gonna goddamn. They're gonna eat that money. I think Dak ain't got but 2 years on his contract to play. They're gonna eat the rest of that money. But what you're saying is true because they just restructured and if they fuck up and don't do it, they're gonna have to restructure them again. Just to get these Dak fanboy slurpees what they want. Yeah, they're gonna have to, but I think 2 years, bro. I think they're gonna eat that money. They're gonna eat that contract. Because I don't see Dak doing shit good. I don't. Do 912, the real fan, you are correct. Dak delusional fans with more excuses. What's up, bro? What's happening with you? Dak threw the ball late to Gallup and had the Zeke open wide on the check down. Yep. He been missing a lot of wide. In that Detroit game, when he threw the pick, I think it was when he threw that pick in the end zone, I think it was either the tight end. I can't remember the tight end. No, it was Cooks. Cooks came right across the fucking right middle, right the touchdown, right in the end zone, wide open. When nobody on it, he was wide open. And Dak didn't even see him, man. He can't even read the field. Okay, man. People saying the Cowboys need skill players must have forgotten that in 3 or 4 years, the Cowboys lost Zack Martin, Tyron Smith, and Travis Frederick. Time to rebuild the trenches. And we done seen Tyron Smith and Zack Martin retire. They done. Yeah, we lost Tyron Smith to the Jets. But now he's officially retired. Dak has had all them his damn entire career. Pro Bowlers on the offensive line. Who's had the fucking best offensive line in Dak's career versus the other teams? That's where they get that he's good in play action. You know why he was good in play action? Because he had all pro linemen. That's why he was good in play action. Real fan. G said Dak didn't throw the INT at crucial times toward the end of the game. That doesn't mean he isn't to blame. He did throw INTs at the crucial. Most of his INTs come in the first half. In the red zone. The hell? Okay, man. Maybe it's a bit longer for Frederick, but the principle remains. Yeah. I mean, because at one point he did have Travis Frederick. Yeah, he left a little sooner than Yeah, but yeah. So the principle still remain the same. Yeah. Dak delusional fan with more excuses. Ty Smith said Dak is a great person, teammate, friend, leader, nothing about great quarterback. Right. That's what I'm saying. And that's what Zack Martin basically said. He wasn't dissing Dak, but he didn't even name Dak to like 8 or 9 players after he was naming everybody. He started with his O-line, his boys on the O-line, and he got to down like 9 or 10 before he mentioned Dak's name, and got down G talk about, look at the praises he's giving Dak Prescott. Oh shit. Oh my goodness, bro. This shit is hilarious. George Boney. That contract has been restructured every season for the last. Yeah, it has, man. And these Dak fanboys can't see that shit, man. This is what pisses me off about my team, and that's why we be getting labeled as delusional. They worship this guy. But then when he fell, he need an all fucking Madden team. Okay, man, I feel like the Cowboys are the worst screen pass team. When other offenses run them, they get 15 yards. When the Cowboys run a screen, I wonder why they did. What is it with the defense that can recognize a screen coming from the Cowboys? Does the quarterback not sell it? Is it not? You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it goes back to the quarterback being able to orchestrate the offense, man. He's responsible for orchestrating the offense. He determines how it flows. That's why I always say Dak, or I say Cooper Rush look more like a quarterback than Dak playing the quarterback position. He just look, natural. He might be a backup or what they want to say, but he just looked more natural throwing the ball and playing a position. Everything Dak does, it looked mechanical. It looked archaic. It looks slow. It's so hard for him to do everything. Oh, man. This shit is terrible. The real fact, I told them if they give Dak a big contract, he will hurt the team. It has hurt the team since 2020. You can't do shit. You can't add players. You can't get those big-time skilled players that they want when you got the quarterback taking up all the money. So if you're going to pay the quarterback the most money, he's going to have the most of production. He's going to have to produce more. Drew 912. The Dak fanboys claim Dak is an elite quarterback, yet they don't want him to throw the ball. How idiotic is that? And they don't want him to be responsible in throwing the ball, but they gave him more of the money than anybody on the team. That doesn't make sense. You gonna pay this dude $240 million? This dude has almost got made $500 million along with the contracts with the Cowboys. But he's not held at the highest regard. He doesn't take on the majority of the responsibility. He's not held at a higher standard. We just keep giving this guy money. The ROI on Dak Prescott is negative 1,000, bro. There has been no return of our investment with this guy. No ROI whatsoever. The real fans, Dak the loser fans with more excuses about their deeds didn't even put Dak. Nope, they didn't. They so hell didn't. Nope. They ain't put that dude in his top 10, and that's a fucking shame. So they might be right. Trayvon Diggs did say, shut your bitch ass up from his soul. Shut your bitch ass up. Okay, man, Dak is a top player when thrown into double triple coverage. How good is he at throwing to wide open receivers? He never throws to the open man. Tell me I'm lying. You're not lying. Just in that Detroit game, I made a video about that Detroit game when they whooped our ass on several occasions in that game. The O-line was blocking. That was the game that Troy Aikman labeled that the receivers couldn't get open. But, bro, them receivers was getting open. The offensive line was protecting. It was all on Dak. His decision-making. The timing of his decision-making. His process of, breaking down the defense post-snap is garbage. It's garbage. I mean, do he really understand the offense? Because if he understood what he was doing on offense and he sees the defense, he should automatically know who's going to be open. Pre-snap, you see him. Okay, they might bluff, back up, or bring more, or, bring one. maybe bring 2. But playing all these years, can't you see the tendencies? Can't you see that pre-snap and then post-snap? Right after you get the fucking ball, they gonna switch or do what they do. So you had the experience to see, to understand. It's possibly might be a switch. They might not be doing. They might be selling me a wolf ticket. So by what's players call, and you understanding your playbook, you know what the player's supposed to be, what they're gonna do. Goddamn, don't you know? Okay, this is my outlet. Shit, if I gotta get rid of it, here you go right here. It's the process I don't understand, because in that Detroit game, he had multiple receivers on similar plays wide open. He just don't get rid of the fucking ball. They gotta be 10, 15 yards wide open, bro. And he'll still miss him. That delusional fan. They always say Dak had no teams, but no one can name 3 NFC teams in 2016, 2018, 2019, 2021, and 2022 that were more stacked than that talent. Nope, they can't. And the G want to call the Eagles team that just won a Super Bowl this year a super team? Dak had that all these years. I even put 2023 in that bitch. That was the window that we missed. That's the window Zack Martin talking about. Those are the teams he's talking about. We had those teams. We had players just as good. I mean, we have teams. We've had teams just as good or even better than the Eagles in that window. And what that shit boiled down to? Quarterback play, just wasted all that talent we had on those teams in years. That will make $100 million a year for 10 years in his next contract. That hurts. Man, we're gonna have to hit in the draft. Since we got this quarterback and we got to live with it, man, we're gonna have to hit A+ in this draft, bro. If we want to make the playoffs. If we don't hit A+, I'm talking we're gonna have to hit. We're gonna have to hit in this draft. Oh shit. Bro, we're gonna have to hit. Okay, man, because of the market, yeah. The real Van Dak. Dak Delusional says the real fan Dak not even in top 20. It's only 4 other teams he will start for before he bench him. Yep, that dude ain't top 20. Facts. Yep. Drew 912. When the game is on the line, you have to have a quarterback who can do it. Dak can't do it. But the Dak fanboys are infatuated with his game. His game lost speeches. Yeah, man, they infatuated with his stats too. His stats and his game losing speeches, bro. Oh my goodness. That's what I said. I'm tired of hearing him talk. He said the same bullshit over and over again. Then he be lying, man. That dude is deceptive, bro. When he get on that podium, okay, man, Dak runs offense like it's Madden. And man, you can throw it to quadruple coverage and still catch it. Dak think he's in Madden. It all makes sense now. He think he's playing a video game. Oh, he must really suck at playing Madden then. God damn. I know what you're saying though, because sometimes when I used to play Madden, you can throw the damn triple coverage, bro. Depending on the receiver, they'll still catch that shit. Still catch that shit. George Bodie. Why Dak never use a second wideout Cooks? Only get cardio when he played for the. Yeah, he did. But then they blame Cooks not being a viable number 2. And Cook said it though, George. He said he wasn't used right. That's because Dak couldn't hit him deep. No connection with him. Now I don't know what the Saints gonna do now that Derek Carr possibly might miss a lot of games this season. I just thought when Cooks went to the Saints, I thought that was a good thing because him and Derek Carr, I think Derek Carr was gonna be able to get him that ball because he was doing it with what's that guy named Shaheed? That was a deep threat with the Saints with Derek Carr, and he was hitting them all the time. But see, they probably gonna have to go quarterback in this draft too. I think they get because I kind of wanted on what's his name? Damn, what's the guy name? Jackson. Damn, I forgot that quarterback. I think he had an Ole Miss. I don't know why I forget his name. But I think that might be a good pickup for the Saints because they're gonna be missing Derek Carr. But yeah, but Cook said they didn't use him right. They didn't use him right. The real fan, Philly 500 said if Dak was Eagles QB, they would have lost against the Rams in the playoffs. Mark Holmes didn't like hearing that and brought up Hurts. Horrible stats in that game. Yeah, but they still won. See? They in love with this dude's stats. And his losing game speeches, bro. They are in love with this. That's all they can bring up is stats. But them stats is skewed because he played in the NFC East, and at the time he played against most of those stats accrued against sorry defenses. Even some of the teams that won in our division that was sorry. That came in at the right time. 2016, we played for the Cowboys in our division against some of the teams in the scheduling. Yeah, bro. He came in at the right time, the perfect time to get it done. Yep. Okay, man. Remember the Cowboys can't run with that. But when the restore his hamstring and Rush came in, that same result that couldn't run ended up with 1K yards. Yeah, the run game. Yeah. I'm gonna say that Dak Delusional fan pointed this out too for me a while. I mean, he put the run the ball doesn't feel fear Dak. And after Cooper Rush came in, we was able to run the ball because they understood Cooper Rush. I guess they figured Cooper Rush is a better quarterback than Dak because they respected him more. That opened up the lanes for the run game because they knew Cooper Rush is going to throw that ball downfield, and he's going to hit his targets more often than what Dak Prescott can do. So, yeah. But they'll say they changed the playbook for Cooper Rush. They dumbed down the playbook for Cooper Rush. Oh, no. Cooper Rush ran the same offense Dak ran. Like I said, he just plays the quarterback position better. He looks like a quarterback playing the position versus Dak. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think that was a fake-ass injury. Be honest. The real fair. Someone tried to say if Dak was Eagles QB 2022, they would have won the Super. Man, I don't know why they keep saying that. Man. It's all good, K, man. It's all good. I knew the gist of what you was trying to say. Amazing creation. What's happening, man? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you step through, man. Holla at me. Yes, sir. Dak is trash. His ceiling has been reached. Dak had A.J. Brown and Tyreek Hill and still couldn't read coverages. The fanboys, the Dak fanboy slurpees, be like a runner-up to MVP. That vote was from Jerry Jones. Dude only got one vote out of 100. And they bang on that shit like he really did something. Dude, you got one fucking vote, bro. One fucking vote. Nah, you the best motherfucker in the league and shit because you was runner up to MVP with one fucking vote. That delusional fan. That fanboy is deflect by saying he signed is nothing can be done, but we still can call out his deficiencies. Hell yeah. Just because we got a goddamn deal with him for another 2 years, shit, we still can call his poor ass game out. Fuck that. Shut down. Drew 912. The draft doesn't matter because in big games, DC are going to Dallas Cowboys are going to make Dak win the game, and they defensive coordinators are going to make Dak win the game, and they know Dak will fail. Exactly. They know he's gonna fail. They understand that shit. They know his limitations. They seen it on tape. They see it all the time. All the damn time. Okay, man. If anyone NFL team played a high school team every game, they will get great stats. Doesn't mean they are good. Just that their competition isn't any good. But they don't recognize, they don't look at that and attribute to the teams we played against where Dak was accumulating those stats. Oh, shit. Amazing creation. Mark Holmes, an attack on the Cowboys, Law Nation. None of them keep it real. Guess they think they will get a job someday. They drool over Dak, who was trash. Dallas, the only team in the NFL with the same QB from 2016. Yep. The same quarterback from 2016, and he ain't produced shit. Yeah, those guys, they be down, want to be interviewed. They want to be talking to the players, be, moseying up to the players. That's why they don't really say nothing bad about that. They want to take pictures with him and do all this shit. Like, bro, produce something first. Produce something first. Give me to an NFC championship game. What is you doing, bro? They always want. That's why I call them Slurpees. That's why I call them Slurpees. Shit. Dak delusional fans. 2 of Dak's Slurpees was on live and said Dak balled in the Rams playoff, and he went 3 and out and putted for straight drives. Yeah, he balled late after the defense probably backed up. Because even in the Rams game, that playoff game, he started off slow. That's why we got behind. They said we got ran on. Yeah, they ran the ball. But there was times that the defense held them to field goals. Even though they was running the ball on us, they scored a touchdown, but the defense held them to field goals too. And sometimes they 3 and out them. And those were the opportunities where Dak could have went and scored some points and changed the trajectory of the game. You know what I'm saying? He could have changed the momentum of the game, but he never put up points. He never put the pressure on the other offense. The Dak sexuals. The real fan. That fanboys try to say Kellen Moore needed to dumb down and change the playbook for Hurts because he isn't as good as Dak. What's wrong with playing Hurts' strength? Yeah. Playing Hurts' strength got them a Super Bowl. Because when it was time for Jalen Hurts to step up, because they shut Saquon down, we all know they shut Saquon down in the Super Bowl. They put it in Jalen Hurts' hands. They said, the Eagles going to beat us, Jalen Hurts going to have to beat us, and Jalen Hurts beat them. That's what defenses say about Dak. We're not going to let him run the ball. We're going to put it in Dak's hands. And what does Dak do? Okay, man, runner-up is first loser, as Ricky Bobby says. If you ain't first, you're last, bro. Second runner-up to MVP, like that shit hold weight. Shit don't hold no goddamn weight. That delusional fan with more excuses. 2 of Dak Slurpee said that came out. Oh, damn, my bad. I read that already. My bad. The real fan. Yet, since the 2016 NFL draft, Eagles had 2 Super Bowl wins. Rams have won. Both of their QBs went to different teams. Yep. Jared Goff has been further than Dak. Wentz has been further than Dak. Yep. Cayman, does anyone else hate that these players exchange jerseys at the end of games? There are no real rivalries anymore. I think that's hurting the game. Everyone is friends. And you know who do that on our team? A lot. Who I notice is Michael Parsons. Man. He does that a lot. Okay, man, Dacking out. Yep, that's what he do. Come on the field, just turn right back around, put the defense right back on the field. Then they blame the defense when they tied. They done lost momentum. They be discouraged because the quarterback go out there and throw interceptions. Amazing creations. Okay, man, you're right. Like Michael Jordan said, I wanted to beat those guys, not be teammates and friends with them. Damn right. Damn right. Okay, man. Dak poops down his leg when the pressure's at its highest. That's what Zack Martin said. That's what Zack Martin said. Yep. Dak delusional fans. These so-called Cowboys content creators should just say they channels for Dak fans because you can't see the problem. Yeah. They might as well just say they Dak fans. That's why it was Dak Attack. That's how he built his channel anyway, but they say he had to change it due to legal shit. Nah. Due to legal shit, he had to change his name to Attack Cowboys. Come on, man, stop it. You need to cut that shit out. Hey, y'all, I appreciate y'all for stopping through, fellas. I'm gonna go ahead and check out with this one. I so appreciate y'all, man. Hit that like button, that subscribe on everybody on the way out. Share this shit, man. You know, I appreciate you, K, man. Amazing Creations, that delusional fan. Yes, sir. Deaf Dog, Drew 912. I appreciate y'all, man. A real fan. I appreciate y'all stopping through. And we're gonna do this again. I might go live later on tonight, man. I'm thinking about. I don't know. We'll see. If not, I might go tomorrow. Tim Sampson, good to see you in here, bro. Robert Prayers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm out of here, y'all. I appreciate it.